Hi class, we need to take a look at how we define, well, basically derivatives and integrals for parametric equations, and these are the main formulas that you're responsible for. So for parametric equations, the main evaluation that we're going to do on derivatives is just the first and the second derivative, assuming that they're defined, meaning that, well, in this case, x prime of t is not equal to 0. And then also for integrals, we're just evaluating the actual area under the curve, which actually utilizes the following formula. We're assuming that we have a closed curve and your actual line below happens to be y is equal to 0. That would be the scenario that we're actually looking at, well, for the parametric equations. So let's take a look at example 1. Now, example 1, they're giving us a parametric equation, and then also they want us to provide the sketch and then simply evaluate the first and the second derivative of the parametric equation. They don't want us to do anything else. Now, for this particular one, let me just create a table, plug in 3 coordinate points, and then complete it. So we're going to have your t values, then x is equal to t, followed by technically your y is equal to 2 square root of t. And then within the parameter, we're given that t is greater than or equal to 0. So the minimum, it's going to start at 0, and then we can pick values from there. So let me start at 0. So x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, which in fact is going to give us the following coordinate points. And in this case, we're dealing just with 0, 0, which it's going to represent for us the first coordinate point that we're going to use. So I'll just plot it here. And the first one happens to be at 0. Let me select 1 for t. So x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2 square root of 1, or technically 2, or 1, 2. So technically this is 1, this is 2, and this is our second coordinate point. And then let me select, I don't want to select 3 because that's going to give us a square root. So let me select 4. So x is equal to 4, y is equal to 2 square root of 4, which is 2 times 2, which is 4. So the coordinate point, 4, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're looking at 4, 4 about here. Okay, so our parametric equation, it's actually going in this direction. Let me put the arrows, since technically it starts at 0, that's the minimum value, and then it keeps going on in that direction. Let me show you the exact function. In this case, just putting 10 as the maximum value, but you can actually see that this one, it's a basic square root, and then it's going in this direction towards the infinity. So for our sketch, that's sufficient, at least 3 coordinate points, and that would be it. Okay, so let's actually evaluate the first and the second derivative for this function. And let me rewrite the problem. So we're looking at your function x is equal to t, y is equal to 2 square root of t. And the first derivative is defined as follows. So first derivative, it's actually defined as, I'm just going to copy it. It's going to be y prime of t and x prime of t. So this one's going to be y prime of t and then x prime of t, assuming that x is not equal to 0. So in this case, wait, this is supposed to be my y. Okay, so we're looking at 2 square root of t, which is technically prime, over t prime. So on the good news, your denominator happens to be, well, technically 1. And then your denominator, you're going to have it to, as you apply the derivative, this is going to be 1/2 t to the negative 1/2, which cancels the actual 2's and further simplifies to t to the negative 1/2, or 1 over t to the 1/2, or 1 over the square root of t. We're assuming that t is greater than 0 for this one. And that's because it happens to be in the denominator. So it's not defined for 0, even though on the original function, so t happens to be greater than or equal to 0. So that has to be a disclaimer that needs to be added. Minor technicality, but because the t ends up at the bottom, we don't end up with a 0 value. So that's our first derivative. Let's talk about the second derivative. And the actual formula, basically it's a little bit of a mess. I'm just going to copy that formula. So this is going to be, for the second derivative, it's going to be technically d dt of dy, technically dx, or x, or our previous solution. So in this case, this happens to be that portion. And then we're going to be dividing by technically dx dt. So I'm just looking at this portion here, which technically translates to the following. So to the first derivative, you're going to take another derivative. So I'm just going to rewrite it as t to the negative 1/2 prime over the derivative of, well, the x's with respect to t. So in this case, t prime, which at the bottom we end up with a 1, and then this is going to give us a negative 1/2 t to the negative 3/2, which is going to be just a negative 1/2, and then this will be t to the 3/2. Let me 3 divided by 2. And then we're assuming also that t happens to be greater than 0. Okay, so let me just summarize it. And the first derivative is equal to 1 over the square root of t being greater than 0. And then the second derivative is equal to negative 1/2 t to the 3/2. Also, t has to be greater than 0. That would be it for this problem. I'm breaking out, I'm making the problems on the lecture exactly what you would be doing on an exam. So some of these tend to be really, really long. They may want us to do the sketch, the derivative on the homework. Then they want you to do more portions, but this is how you're going to actually have them. I may just ask you to evaluate the derivatives, or questions associated with the derivatives, or just a simple area. But that's actually it for example 1. Let me fix this portion.